If you are an animal professional and you've ever found yourself guessing, what is going on with this animal in my care? Even after years of training and gathering skills and experience in your field, I've got with the graduates of our certification program called the missing piece. Because here's the truth. You don't need another trendy technique from TikTok. And I know you already have all the skills, all the training, and all the drive and determination to help the animals in your care. We know that. But when your results are kind of hit or miss, or whether you're really struggling to work with animals with the really complex cases that you really want to help these animals to thrive and really go forward, then it's not about working harder and it's not about that super, trendy tip. It's about seeing more clearly. What you need is a new lens to look at your animal client. It's a new way of understanding what's happening beneath the core, beneath the surface at the core. That way you're going to know exactly what's going on and what to do about it. Because the 5-element matrix system is this ancient approach that gives you profound insight and a practical path forward to act upon what you've now understood. This lets you support animals, support their caregivers, and it does so with confidence and clarity and care. And it's not just for the animals. This system will even help you understand yourself better and really help you build a business that is aligned with your strengths and really allows you to thrive as well. I'm Susan Tenney, and for over 30 years, I have trained thousands of animal pros just like you, body workers and vet techs and trainers and pet caregivers, hoof care specialists, you name it. And we have integrated this framework, this 5-element matrix system, into animal care in just about every animal profession you can imagine. And here's what I've learned from these thousands of people. Your insight, when it's deep and true, deepens your results and lets you succeed more easily. This is no more one size fits some. You stop guessing and you start customizing your approach to the actual needs of the individual animal so that you can catalyze real transformation for them. This is the 5-element matrix system, and it's a time-tested framework from ancient times, and yet it gives you a lens into understanding the modern animal. It is something that once you see it, you can't unsee it. It will be everywhere around you, as if all of these symptoms and signs had been hiding in plain sight. And now you can see and understand them. Now, this system has 2 essential parts. Let's dive into each of them. The first step in the 5-element matrix system is at the heart of it all. It is your 5-element assessment. And this ancient yet very practical method gives you profound insight by translating just about every sign and symptom and behavior and indication from the animal in your care. It's kind of like using the Rosetta Stone to unlock the hidden communication from your animal about what's going on at their core. It's going to reveal patterns beneath the surface in healthcare, behavioral issues, learning styles, relationship dynamics, both with other animals and with the people in their lives, and just about every aspect of animal wellness. And let's be clear, this is not a simplistic typing system where one animal is one of the 5 types. We have these 5 kind of qualities of wood and fire and earth and metal and water, but an animal is not only just one type. Because what that would mean ultimately is there's only 5 types and only 5 kinds of animals. And we know that's not true. Every animal in your care is a unique individual that has a beautiful, special, and custom blend of those 5 qualities in their unique way of putting it all together and making them who they are. So by using this system, you're able to understand that unique blend. And when you understand understand that there's a concentration of one aspect or a weakness in another, you'll know exactly how to help that animal come to better balance. You're going to understand why one horse lashes out when they're under pressure while another one really shuts down. You're going to understand why one dog thrives with structure and guidance where another wants to do everything on their own. And you'll see why one cat really gains weight easily and the other one in the same litter and the same group is actually super finicky and can't keep weight on. You'll learn that these elemental matrix patterns are everywhere. They are in every animal, every person, and in yourself, and you won't be able to unsee them once that door is opened. Your own elemental matrix is just as powerful for you as it is for all the animals in your care. It's going to reveal how you work the best, what aspects of your business and your service providing are actually really easy for you and just natural, falling off a log kind of skills, and which things maybe you need some extra help with because of who you are. Once you know these kinds of things, you have that understanding, you have that translation as if it was that Rosetta Stone, you're going to be able to act more kind of confidently and with less stress and more understanding. And everybody wants that in their business. Step 2 in this process with the 5-element matrix is to work to act upon the insight that you have gathered in the first part. It's time to put all that insight into action. And it's kind of like having this key that opens up all of the ways forward so that you can help that animal and yourself to thrive. Now, these 5-element patterns show you how to customize care for each individual. Again, this is not a one-size-fits-all. This is a customized approach to animal care that really gets you streamlined in all of the things that you want to accomplish. Your training, your body work, your care, all of it becomes easier when you are making all your systems work for the animal instead of making your animal fit into your systems that were pre-existing. So here's what it might look like in practice. Let's take body workers. So the body workers, they would be learning which acupressure points or meridian pathways they might want to do, point work on, or massaging those meridian pathways. They learn different techniques like stretches or whatever that would be ideal for that animal's matrix pattern. We'll be teaching them acupressure, energy work, shiatsu massage, and even the Japanese Teishin tool. And all of this is these evidence-based techniques that are proven to work. But it's not only the body workers that can use the elemental acupressure approach because of the 5-element matrix system. Once you have that insight, trainers and pet caregivers and hoof trimmers and performance trainers can absolutely use the insight as well. For example, if you're a dog trainer or a horse trainer, you can adapt your training approach to match that animal's elemental learning style. That will change everything because, first of all, you'll know how to get that animal calm and relaxed and receptive and confident so that your lesson can start right off with a bang and just go forward. Less of the stress, less of the resistance, and less of the drama. More learning and results. That's great. But not only that, you'll learn that there are actually different learning styles. And once you know that, you can just make small little tweaks to how you do your training in order to adapt your methods to that animal. Trust me, it is amazing. The animals will kind of be looking at you like, oh, you finally understand me. And I'd love to work with you when you're like this. Now, pet givers, caregivers, and any kind of animal care services, from dog walkers to shelter workers to pet sitters, they can adjust their daily routines to create a more peaceful and supportive home environment. You can also do consultations for the people who are caregivers for these animals and tailor everything to that animal's true nature. And what that does is reduces the animal's stress levels, make them be much more receptive to the people that are handling them. And that leads to calmer, happier homes and stables. Super, super wonderful. We also see that the hoof trimmers, any kind of hoof care specialist, loves using relaxation points before their work to get those horses happy and stable and balanced before they do the work. But they can also use the understanding about those points and the meridian pathways to actually understand why that horse's hooves are responding the way they are. For example, why are the abscesses always showing up in the same location as that ting point? And why are the cracks always showing up on that meridian pathway? These are insights that most hoof care people are not going to know about. And when you know about it, you have more services and more know-how to offer to your clients. Also, for pet groomers, you can make sure that those animals are calm before you begin your grooming. And if midway, maybe they get nervous or anxious, you can help them to just get calmer and quieter and know exactly the kind of care and approach that they need to feel confident with your grooming. Performance trainers for horses can really have amazing results when they understand that 5-element matrix pattern as well, because they will be able to take the training approach, know how much to kind of really push and train and kind of go for the gusto, and when that animal needs rest and care and relaxation, because each animal has their own pattern for that. And if you make the wrong kind of choice, you could be fighting against things that you don't have to fight. Once you have that assessment under your belt, you'll know better how to help that animal and how to help them get the best results in those competitive events. And that is good for everyone. So this is not the only thing that we use the 5-element matrix system for. We can also use it to communicate to our clients. A lot of times the methods that we use, no matter what profession we're in, whether it's training or body work or whatever, we have the expertise. We know how to help those animals, but sometimes it can be hard to communicate what our approach is to the client. And whenever they understand a little bit better, once you kind of let them through the door, they will have more buy-in. They are more excited to have you around, especially if you're giving them insight about things that they've already observed but didn't quite understand. When you use that 5-element matrix system and you talk in this language that's very fun and playful with your clients about these different elemental types, you're able to engage that client in a whole new way. They feel kind of part of the learning process and the process of developing these customized protocols that are serving their animals so well. So not only is it good for the animal because you've got a streamlined, effective approach, but you're able to communicate it more effectively to the person who's paying those bills. So it's good for your business, it's good for the animals and the clients. Absolutely everybody wins. By now you have seen that the elemental matrix system is a complete and customizable system that is going to give you insight and action plans for the body, mind, and chi of all of the animals in your care, and for your business as well. It's that missing piece that you have been looking for. It's the key that allows you to really do that work that you were meant to do, the work that transforms the lives of your clients, the animals in your care, and even yourself. And you don't have to wait years in order to start using it. In the next video, we are going to start taking you through this system so that you can understand how you can begin bringing it into your practice, no matter what animal profession that you are involved in. It's a simple process, and we're going to be showing you through the P.O.I.N.T protocol exactly how this gives you this extra way, this kind of core level approach that is way past that cookie cutter use of acupressure or body work. It's so much more. So if you've ever wondered, how do I know which acupressure points to use? Or what if I'm not a body worker? I don't need to use these services, right? You're going to get all of the answers that you need to know throughout the videos in this playlist. So if you want to get started, there's a couple things that you should know. There is a 5-minute quiz, totally free, and I will give you the link down in the description box. That will allow you to go through and understand the 5-element matrix pattern for the animals in your lives. You can take it as many times as you need. So if you have a busy, full practice with lots and lots of animals, you can even take it for every animal if you want. And you'll get a full PDF, absolutely full of information to get you started with the 5-element system. Now, if you've made it this far, I already know this about you. You are curious and you care deeply. You're looking for real solutions, not surface level solutions, but those deeper level ones that really bring insight and transformation. You want meaning and you want that true transformation. Now, this matrix system is going to give you that. And I can't wait to show you what's possible when you start applying it in the context of your business. Whether you are a body worker, a trainer, kind of an animal caregiver or hoof care specialist, it doesn't matter. All of you are going to benefit from this insight and allow you to have very practical, implementable ideas that will transform the way that you see the animals in your care. But before you go, tell me, how can you see this elemental matrix giving you insight into one of the biggest problems for your business or your practice? I'd love to know, because I would love to kind of feel that challenge that you give me. Solve this. I bet you I can, just by giving you some ideas about how to use that 5-element system.